Hey everybody, we're back with another filament review with more Polymaker. We'd like to thank the Loyal Moses show and Polymaker for making this one possible. I won this on the Loyal Moses show. If you haven't checked out his channel, he is on Twitch. Great community over there, always giving away a ton of stuff. Prints a lot of really cool helmets. If you're just getting into 3D printing, or you're interested, or really any kind of making, it's a good channel to check out. Good community. Go over there, say hi, and you can probably win some Polymaker as well. So let's check it out. Alright, this isn't going to be too much different from our last review, since last time we had the PolyLite PLA Pro in red. This is in yellow. So first off, we'll do what we normally do. We'll go over what's on the box, give you all a better look. Of course, it says Polymaker, 3D printing filament. On the top, we've got www.polymaker.com. On the side, 3D printing filament in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 languages. A QR code, made in China. On the back, Polymaker offices, Shanghai, Houston, and Utrecht. For any inquiries or technical support, please contact support@polymaker.com. Spool and box are made from recycled materials. Bottom, just Polymaker. Alright, PolyLite PLA Pro, PLA for professionals. Well, I am not a professional, so I may have to send this back. Not excellent rigidity, high impact strength, easy to use. It is yellow. Print temp 190 to 220C. Print speed 30 to 70 millimeters. Bed temp 30 to 60. Fan on. Color yellow. SKU PA07009. Polymaker PLA Pro filament. Using 3D filament. New. Let's see what's in the box. Alright, just like the last one. We'll set this box aside. Alright, Polymaker, our portfolio. Get product samples at polymaker.com. Oh, didn't know you could get samples. Good to know. Learn something every day. Oh boy, same as last time. PLA, under PLA we have PolyLite PLA, Polymax PLA, Polyterra PLA, Polywood. We have PC, PolyLite, Polymax, Polymax, PCFR, Polymaker PC AES, Polymaker PC PBT, and Polymaker PC-R. PETG, we got PolyLite PETG, Polymax PETG, Polymax PETG-ESD. Nylon, Polymide COPA, Polymide PA6GF, Polymide PA6CF, Polymide PA12CF. Wow, that's a lot of carbon fibers and glass fibers. Alright. Over here under specialty, we have Poly Smooth, Alcohol Smoothable PVB, Polycast Easy Casting Material. We have ABS and ASA, PolyLite ABS, PolyLite ASA. For TPU, we have Polyflex TPU 90, Polyflex TPU 95, Polyflex TPU 95-HF. And support, we have PolyDissolve S1, which is a PVA water dissolvable, and Poly support for PLA, breakaway support for PLA. Alright. Oh, that was the back. I do not remember that many filaments being on the last spool. I would compare it, but it's on a printer right now. Alright, Polymaker. For any inquiries, contact our technical support, support@polymaker.com. It's got a 200, 400, 600, 800 grams meter, 3D printing filament in multiple languages. Printing speed 30 to 70, printing temp 190 to 220C, bed temp 30 to 60, fan on, QR code for some information, weight 1 kilogram spool. Spool weight, negative 200 grams. Wow. Thank you very much. Of course, it is a cardboard spool, which I do like. Looks like they're 4 social medias. I cannot tell what that one is. Polymaker 3D. Twitter is Polymaker_3D. Instagram, Polymaker_3D. YouTube, Polymaker. Definitely check out Polymaker's YouTube channel. Nick, their rep, is on there. Really nice guy. That's where I won the first spool was, directly from Polymaker on his channel. So get on there, check it out. Gets really deep into the science of the filaments and how they're responding as to how they think they should be responding. Getting a lot of community feedback and constantly revising. Nick over there, Polymaker, really makes everything possible for all these other streamers and channels to do these giveaways. So check them out on YouTube as well. All right, let's go ahead and open it up. Do not open from this side. Oh, look at that. I think I did last time. Nice little tearaway here. I think that's different from last time. Or I just missed it, because I think I remember a reusable bag. So it is a reusable bag. Spool looks good. It's not crushed anywhere. Very nice. I always appreciate a reusable bag. All right. Yep, spool's not crushed anywhere. Winding is really nice, as always with the Polymakers. Smells spicy. Interesting. Now let's do our brake test. Oh yeah, not breaking. Let's go a little further back. That's not breaking at all. No snap, doesn't even come close. That is nice fresh filament. All right, go ahead and cut that out. Go back to there where it's got a kink. All right. Oh, multiple holes. 2 spots don't have them. Interesting. OCD gets me there. But plenty of holes to feed the screw so it doesn't get tangled. I like that. All right, I wonder what that hole's for. Oh, I bet that's for a winder. I bet that's for their winding machine. That's pretty smart. All right, so as always, we'll be doing a back to our side camera here. Calibration cube. A Stacko cat, which that is the Polymaker red from last time. And I knew I was going to drop one. A Benchy. So we'll be right back and we'll see how these print out. One caveat on this test, to be 100% honest, normally I have been printing these on my Tronxy X3, but I'm having some issues with my sensor, my level sensor, so I am actually going to print it this time on the Ender 3 that I just modified through Clipper on. So it should print better than the X3 with the results I've been having. So results are going to be skewed a little, but they're still, for what we're normally looking for, I think it's going to work out. So we'll be right back and we'll check out the rest of that filament. Alright, welcome back everybody. Oh, noisy chair. First off, apologies. I realized I forgot to do one thing before we started the prints. But we got the prints off, and that was hit it with the calipers. 1.7. 1.6, although we know these are completely inaccurate calipers. 1.6, 1.6, 1.7. Right in the crow. 1.6. So I would say this is pretty accurately 1.75 millimeters, and it doesn't seem to vary much. Not at all, actually. Not like some of the previous spools that we've got that actually still printed fine. So let's check out the results. Oh, noisy chair. You can also see here's the previous roll that I reviewed that I also won. This one I won directly from Polymaker. This one I won from loyalmoses. Both of these guys, check out their channels. You can see I've used a lot of it. I used a lot of this on the Ender 3 I just purchased, and it has been some of the best filament I've ever used. And this, I can already tell, is going to be the same way. So let's check out the results. Alright, first off we have our calibration cube. Really gotta get a better camera for these side views. It is, you can actually still see some of the red there on the bottom where I didn't purge it that well, but absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect. As I said previously, this was also on the Ender 3 running Clipper, so it's tuned a little better than that Tronxy X3, a little less resonance issues, but the corners are absolutely perfect. There's no ghosting, there's no zits, even the top looks good. I really gotta get a better camera for that. This thing only focuses about that far out. But just beautiful and much shinier than it actually looks on the spool. I don't know if y'all can see that, but it's much shinier. Alright, so next thing is the Stacko Kitty. And once again, absolutely perfect. Got a little bit of gunk up here in the ear. Looks like some old filament dripped off, but the ears are extremely sharp. All the details in the face. Corners are absolutely perfect. A little less droop on the tail, but this is also once again on the Ender 3 with a different cooling fan. Not the best at that. It's using the actual stock fan with a modified fan housing, which is blowing on both sides, but I can definitely see on the overhangs there's just a little bit. And I believe that fan was at 100%. All these were printed at 70 millimeters a second, 215 degrees, 20% infill. Nothing special. Fan on 100% all the time, and just look awesome. And here is the Benchy. Once again, almost. This is probably the worst of those three models, but actually right underneath on the underhang, there's some roughness. Definitely a cooling issue with the printer. Well, once again, I just got Clipper on that and still tuning it in. Fan was still at 100%, but definitely feel some roughness back here, roughness on the back. Stops right about here, right where it gets extreme in the bow. But besides that, everything is absolutely perfect. Same issues we've had previously with the archway and the porthole in the front. Even the front, the bridging is a little better there. The smokestack is perfect and shiny. Watch while I do this, I'll break it. Nope, super solid. I mean, it just printed really, really nice. So, for sure, I need to up the cooling on that printer for 70. I'm pretty sure if I'd slowed this down to 40 or 50, I wouldn't have had these issues with the cooling on the overhangs. But besides that, looks absolutely perfect. So, once again, let's go back to our desk down cam. This is the Polymaker PolyLite PLA Pro, PLA for professionals, and I have to recommend it. That's all I can say. Out of all of these filaments that I've tried, which I've intentionally been buying the worst filaments that you could find on Amazon, the cheapest, and these were a real bonus for me to get. There we go. You see the front and the back. they're right in the price range of all the other filaments. There's no reason not to get Polymaker. It is just so easy to work with. It sticks. Everything about it just works like you expect filament to work. So impressed. So impressed. I cannot wait to try some of the other filaments. I definitely want to get some of the PETG, try those out. And which is also nice is they have a full range in all their filaments of, it's not just PLA, but you have PLA, which is, you know, either a little stronger or a little more flexible. They've really thought about all the different aspects you could use in that one range of filaments, where normally previously we've been dealing with filaments, it's been, oh, you do PLA for throwaway stuff that you're not going to leave in your car, or, you know, to test. And then if you really want a real print, then you have to go with PETG or ABS. And it really seems like it's starting to change. We're really getting more into PLAs that, one, much stronger, less brittle, layer adhesion is much better. Same thing with the PETGs. You're seeing print temperatures on PETGs, which were starting out at 240 to 260, now be down at like 220 to 240, maybe 250. And they just print so much better. I don't know if it's the additives or just the mixtures or what any of these companies have done, but it's really nice. So I really want to try the PETG, see what temperature range they print at and how easy they are to work with. And then we'll get on to some more of the more exotic ones. Probably will not be doing any ABS, but you know, we might. I haven't done ABS in a while. It's kind of fallen out of fashion recently. Most people are kind of in the PETG range. ABS if you're doing a Voron Nero. Besides that, I think most of us are in the PLA, PETG. Some of us get to play with some of the more exotic stuff once in a while, the wood and the carbon fibers. But for 90% of what most of us are doing, we know what the filaments we're working with are. But this stuff is just so impressive. So check out the channels. Polymaker, you can find them on YouTube, on Twitch, Instagram, Facebook. What else did they say here? Twitter. Check out the Loyal Moses show, and you can probably win some Polymaker 2. Gives away a ton of it. It's really helping getting a lot of people in this community, and honestly, I wouldn't be able to do these reviews without winning these. If any of you are like me when you got into 3D printing, this is not something that you're planning to throw a lot of money at. And unfortunately, you will end up throwing a lot of money at it, either up front with a really good printer and really good filaments, you know, those higher end filaments that are at 25 to 35, sometimes $40 a roll, but they're really good filaments. You're probably going to stick around that 15 to 20, 25 when you really have to range, because you end up throwing away so many prints. You're still learning how to level, you know, your print bed, and when you need overhangs and when you don't, and playing with the orientations and getting all that stuff down that honestly takes about a year. You burn through so much filament that you're like, I really just don't want to be spending $30 on a roll of filament just to throw 2/3 of it away. So we've all been there, we've all done it, but at the price range of what these are, Polymaker is the way to go. Once again, great stuff, highly recommended. Check out their sites, and check back soon. We'll have some other filament coming in. Next filament is going to be recycled filament, which I haven't used either. That would be happening today, but Amazon has lost it. So maybe tomorrow. So y'all have a good one. Sure, if you have any experience with Polymaker, leave it in the comments. Like, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. You can find Printer Prawn here on YouTube, of course, Twitch. We have a Twitter channel, and Reddit. I should write all that up in a script. So, catch y'all next time. Have a good one.